Paul McQueen, crazy McQueen. McQueen and I got along pretty good. McQueen looked at me kind of like an older brother. And he didn't want to have much to do with me till he got in trouble, then he'd call. And, he knew he could trust me to tell him just what I thought. And a lot of people wouldn't do that. And then we had a falling out. It wasn't a falling out. I did Grand Prix. Steve was originally slated to do that movie, but he couldn't get along with Frankenheimer. And so that lasted about 30 minutes, and Steve was out and I was in. And Steve went over to do Sand Pebbles.
James Garner and Steve McQueen shared the screen in The Great Escape, but their off-screen relationship was tense. Garner, known for his professionalism, once described McQueen as not an actor, but a poser, a critique that extended beyond McQueen's acting. While McQueen cultivated his king of cool image, his on-set behavior often caused disruptions. During The Great Escape, McQueen's dissatisfaction with his role, because he wasn't the hero, led to complaints and threats to quit. To appease him, motorcycle stunts were added, including the iconic barbed wire jump, which was ultimately performed by his stunt double, Bud Eakins. Garner, in contrast, was a team player. Earning $150,000, more than McQueen's $87,500, he brought authenticity to his role as Hendley, drawing from his Korean War experience. Garner often mediated tensions on set and criticized McQueen's reliance on image over genuine acting, saying, "You could always see him acting. That's the kiss of death." At one point during The Great Escape, James Garner sat down with Steve McQueen to address his grievances. McQueen admitted he disliked the original script because it made him look corny and not heroic enough. Garner helped smooth things over, keeping the production on track. However, McQueen's behavior wasn't just an issue on this set. It followed him throughout his career. During The Towering Inferno, McQueen clashed with Paul Newman over screen time and billing. Both demanded top billing, leading the studio to compromise. McQueen's name appeared first horizontally, while Newman's was higher vertically. McQueen even counted lines in the script, erupting in anger when Newman had 12 more. Similar tensions arose during The Magnificent Seven, where McQueen's scene-stealing antics, such as shifting props or adjusting his hat to draw attention, frustrated co-star Yul Brynner. Brynner, known for his commanding presence, found McQueen's behavior infuriating. Garner criticized McQueen's obsession with image, calling it inauthentic. Unlike Marlon Brando, who could be difficult but was a true actor, McQueen was just a movie star, Garner said. This distinction mattered to Garner, who valued authenticity on and off the screen. Despite the challenges, Garner and McQueen remained friends after The Great Escape, likely due to Garner's easygoing nature. Later in life, as McQueen faced terminal cancer, he reportedly reached out to those he had clashed with, seeking forgiveness and reconciliation. James Garner and Steve McQueen shared the screen in The Great Escape, but their contrasting personalities made their relationship complex. Garner's steady professionalism often clashed with McQueen's ego-driven antics. Yet, despite their differences, both contributed to the film's lasting legacy. McQueen's motorcycle stunts became iconic, and Garner's portrayal of Hendley added depth, alongside standout performances from Charles Bronson and Donald Pleasence. Behind-the-scenes drama didn't derail the film, but added to the mystique of Hollywood's golden age, a time when larger-than-life personalities clashed, but still created unforgettable art. Garner's critique of McQueen as just a movie star versus a true actor like Marlon Brando reflected his view of authenticity. McQueen's flaws, while part of his charm, also highlighted his insecurities. His demanding behavior, including his rivalry with Paul Newman on The Towering Inferno and scene-stealing tactics in The Magnificent Seven, painted a picture of a man struggling to balance his ambition with his ego. Off-screen, McQueen's darker side emerged. Stories of his controlling, angry behavior, including troubling incidents during his marriage to Nell, showed a stark contrast to his cool on-screen persona. His charm was a carefully constructed mask hiding deeper struggles. In contrast, Garner's quiet strength and genuine decency made him a standout both on and off the screen. Despite a difficult childhood, Garner chose kindness over bitterness. On set, he was a protector, standing up for others against mistreatment. His natural charm and respect for others earned him admiration without needing to cultivate a persona. Steve McQueen and James Garner, both racing enthusiasts, had very different approaches to life. McQueen, known for his tough guy persona, captivated audiences with his style and star power, especially in films like Le Mans. Garner, however, was an exceptional driver in Grand Prix, with experts claiming he could have competed in Formula One. But it was Garner's true strength that set him apart, his unwavering integrity and kindness. While McQueen's life was filled with success, his deep insecurities and personal struggles often led to conflicts, especially in his relationships. A telling moment occurred when McQueen confronted Garner over a suspected affair with his wife. Garner, understanding McQueen's vulnerabilities, responded with grace, showing the stark contrast between their characters. McQueen's tragic final years, battling pleural mesothelioma, reflected his inner turmoil. Despite seeking unconventional treatments, he passed away in 1980 at just 50 years old. Garner, in contrast, lived to 86, enduring health battles, but always with dignity and resilience. His long marriage and the love he received from peers highlighted the legacy of a man who lived with empathy and authenticity, making him a true role model. McQueen's legacy is marked by his iconic image, while Garner's shines through his character and the way he treated others. Their contrasting paths showed the difference between outward toughness and inner strength. By the time McQueen returned to the U.S. in 1980, the disease had spread extensively. He died shortly after, leaving behind a legacy of both brilliance and controversy. His life, though filled with success, was ultimately a tragic reminder of the toll that insecurity and personal demons can take. Despite the pain he caused, there's a part of his story that resonates: his desire for control in the face of a life slipping away too soon. Steve McQueen's death, at just 50 years old, was a tragic end to a life filled with brilliance and turmoil. His attempt to seek an unconventional surgery in Mexico to remove his cancerous tumors was a final desperate measure that ultimately proved fatal. McQueen's untimely passing on November 7, 1980, marked the end of his reign as Hollywood's King of Cool, leaving fans and the entertainment world in mourning. Despite his early death, McQueen's influence only grew with time, cementing his place in history, from being inducted into the Motorcycle Hall of Fame to inspiring awareness about asbestos-related diseases. His image as the epitome of rugged individuality persists, from streets named in his honor to his posthumous recognition. In stark contrast, James Garner's life and legacy unfolded with resilience and stability. He outlived McQueen by decades, living to the age of 86. Although he faced significant health challenges, knee surgeries, a quintuple bypass heart surgery, and strokes, Garner handled them with dignity and grace. When James Garner passed away in 2014, the outpouring of admiration was immense. Clint Eastwood, who worked with him, acknowledged Garner's influence, noting how he paved the way for actors like McQueen and himself. Tom Selleck, who admired him, and Sally Field, who called him a rare gem, reflected the deep respect Garner had earned. His empathy, generosity, and commitment to family set him apart, not just as an actor, but as a person. His 58-year marriage to Lois, his support for civil rights, and his mentorship to younger actors made him beloved in Hollywood. Garner's impact wasn't confined to the screen. In his hometown of Norman, Oklahoma, a statue stands in his honor, a reminder of the warmth and authenticity he brought to his work and life. In contrast to McQueen's tragic and chaotic end, Garner's life was one of quiet resilience and grace. As we reflect on their legacies today, it's clear that what we remember most about these men isn't just the roles they played or the cars they drove. It's the choices they made, the people they were behind the scenes, and the ways they continue to inspire us. McQueen's star power, Garner's quiet strength, and the contrasting paths they walked show us that greatness comes in many forms, and that the way we live and treat others will be the true measure of our lasting impact.